What does build it your way mean at 4-Wheel Parts? It means the ultimate selection of truck and Jeep accessories at the best prices of the year. Tires at the best prices of the year. Wheels at the best prices of the year. Lift kits at the best prices of the year. And the best prices of the year on overlanding equipment. It's the biggest savings of the year at 4-Wheel Parts. Build your truck or Jeep your way today.
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
KMC is made for this journey.
All right, guys, welcome back. Once again, we are here with the 2021 Score Baja 400. Only the second time they've done this race. Last time was a couple years ago. They didn't do it last year. They had the Baja 500 actually around this time when the 400 would have been. So they brought it back this year. So here we are. We are covering the race like we always do here on Fishgistics. And big thanks to all of our supporters who always help us out and make this possible. KMC Wheels, F&L Racing Fuel, 4-Wheel Parts, King Shocks, Rigid Industries, BFG Tires over here, Jeff Alford and everyone down there, Michelob Ultra, Alexander Ford, our F-150 is doing great, Polaris, and Satellite Phone Store. That's how we stay in contact with a lot of these guys when they're down at the race and we get updates, we get split times. It's using our sat phones. So if you guys are renting sat phones, make sure you get them from Satellite Phone Store. All right, let's go pull up the tracker. Look, we got some good news for you guys. Look what's back. See all those orange marks? We have the bikes back. The bike trackers are working again. So great news. And we are showing the 5X is in the lead over the 22X. So the 5X is in the lead. They're coming up the coast. They're at mile 310. So that's going to be your first bike is at mile 310. Very good race between the 5 and the 22. Only a couple miles apart all day, and they're still only a couple miles apart. Then behind them, we have the 97X and the 77X, 100X, 11X, and then a whole bunch more X's. Then we do have an A, the first quad. Right here is the 1A, followed by the 5A. So just like the bike class, only a couple miles apart all day for the lead bikes and the lead quads. Very good racing going on in both of those. Then we have behind them just a bunch more bikes. I'm not sure which classes are which on the bikes. There's so many of them. So that's a look at the leaders, though. So the lead bike is at mile 310. And we're just getting some more updates. So apparently, let's see, AJ Jones, somebody said, is out of the race. I'm trying to find out what happened to him. The let's see, the number 18, Gomez, is also out of the race. So that's two that we just heard that are out of the race. Now, the trucks are headed up to Mike's, as you can see here. Bryce Menzies, if you guys remember a few years ago, he was on fire through this this Mike's section. He was going so fast through here. We're going to see if he's going to do it again. Andy McMillan was in the lead, and he actually made up so many. I think it was like 14 minutes or something on Andy on this crossover through Mike's. So pretty crazy. So I would expect the 7 and the 1 to pull out to a little bit of a lead over the 27 through this next section. Robbie Gordon in the 77 is actually third. If you look at his tracker, it hasn't updated for 7 minutes. I was told, according to Helicopter, that Robbie is third. So it's actually gonna be Bryce Menzies, followed by Luke McMillan, and then Robbie is going to be right here. And you can see these guys are all kind of stacking up. So Robbie's stacking these guys up behind them. So he's got Jonathan Brenthal, Rob McCachran, Jax Redline, Dan McMillan, and Alan Impudia. There is literally no passing in the next 30 or 40 miles here until maybe you get to the crossover road. Maybe even then, there's not much passing. So all these guys right here, I don't expect to see any changes in that order, except if somebody gets a flat, which there are lots of rocks, lots of tight and technical. So this next section is where you could definitely blow the race. You don't want to do anything crazy going over the Mike's Loop, because this is the gnarliest section there is in the race. Once they get back down here, somewhere around mile 200 here, they jump back on the crossover road, and it's much easier. That crossover road is easy. It's just fast. It's got some, tight turns in it, but there's nothing you can drive your car on the crossover road. It's not that bad. The section where they are right now, you cannot take your car on this section. This section is definitely gnarly. So that's a look up at the lead. See, there you go. Look, so Robbie just updated. All right, so Robbie, good update. He's in third, just like we were told from the McMillan Helicopter. So third. Then we have Luke in second, like I said, and Bryce is in first. Actually catching a bike guy and going by the bike guy. All right, so going back, we have Cameron Steele with Ryan Arcero driving. They're still moving along. Their other truck, the 14, had some steering issues. They had to change out some steering parts, and that's why the 14 has been down for about an hour now. Hopefully they're going to be able to get it changed and get it going again, but they were down up over here on this road section for a long time. I don't know if they're still here or not, but they were stopped for a while. Looking back at the next class behind the trophy trucks, let's see, we have the trophy truck legend class. So the 37L is still right there. And let's see, somebody says, do we know who's in 6? Jackson, Dan keep going back and forth on the tracker. Yeah, honestly, these cars right here, they're too close together to be able to tell. We know Robbie's third because we got a physical report of that. And I'm going to say Jonathan Brenthal's fourth because he started fourth. And Rob Mack started fifth. He's probably still fifth. I'm going to say that Dan is probably still sixth. I don't think Dan got passed yet. Yeah, look, so Dan just updated right here. So there you go. He's still sixth, and Jax is in seventh. So that's going to be your order. There's not any change there. Alan Impudia is going to be next. Looking at the start, so Jax, yeah, this is actually exactly the same order. The only car that's not in here is the 12. And I did get confirmation that the 12, Gus Vidosalis Sr. with Ricky Johnson driving it in the trophy truck class, they are in the mix right here. Their tracker hasn't been working all day, and they did get going. So if you're looking for the 12 and it shows them in Ensenada, it's not correct. The 12 is right up here somewhere. So they are running in this mix right here. Let's see. I also got, let's see, 1 minute 20. Okay, here's some split times for you. So at the Mike's turnoff, which was down at the bottom of this road right here. So right here where they turn off the highway, it was a minute and 20 seconds split between Bryce and Luke. So Bryce was 1 minute and 20 seconds ahead of Luke, which means Luke's losing by 20 seconds, and he's also physically second. Then we had Robbie, like we said, and then Dan McMillan was actually up there. So Rob Mack was actually, Rob, then Dan, like we thought. The 12 is in front of Allen. So thanks, Larry Cox. He's giving me some updates here. So if you want to know where the 12 is, if you look for the 10, the 12 is right in front, somewhere around here. So Vidosala is not showing, Senior is not showing on the tracker, but he's right here. Then Tavo is right behind the 10. So the 10 is sandwiched in between two Vidosalas right now. You have Senior in front with Ricky Johnson driving, and then you have Tavo in the back in the 21. So that's what's going on right there for the 12. Let's see if we can find Class 1 car. Let me scroll back. Okay, I see one right here. So go up here. We have the 100. Cody Parkhouse. They've been out front all day. But look who's right behind them. Christopher Polvardi in the Spec trophy truck has already caught up to the lead Class 1 car. That means he's passed a couple other ones. We have Christopher, then we have Jason McNeil and Ryan Hancock, the Alexander Ford truck. All of them right behind the lead Class 1 car. So, some people wonder why there's not very many Class 1 cars left nowadays. Well, I mean, just look at the racing. This kind of tells you why. You can get a spec trophy truck and run it for considerably less money than a Class 1 car. Just the motor itself is cheaper, transmission's cheaper, and you can go faster than Class 1 cars. So that's why you don't see too many Class 1 cars anymore. Plus, they're a buggy, and trucks kind of handle better, and they're not as sketchy and crazy. So if you're a buggy dork, you still like Class 1, but this is why there's not very many Class 1s left. These spec trucks are just eating up the Class 1 cars nowadays. So that's what's up with that. So that's a look at the spec trucks. Mason Cullen in the F&L Fuels car with Brian Busby going to get in there later. I think, or no, Mason's actually in there right now. It's Mason Cullen and Brian Busby. They are driving to mile 240, and then they're going to get out, and Mason's dad, Matt, is going to get in. So that's what's going on in that car. Brendan Gaughan, Justin Davis, Shelby Reed, another one car, all-wheel drive one car, still moving along. Then let's see if we can find another class. What is maybe class 10? We got to scroll back quite a ways. Yeah, here we go. Class 10, Matt Winslow. Okay, where did Willard go? Willard was ahead earlier. They must have had a problem maybe, or I missed them somewhere. Did I miss a class 10 car? Let's see. Let me just turn on class 10 because we want to see. Freddie Willard was in front earlier. It doesn't look like he is anymore. All right, so we are showing Matt Winslow in front in class 10 now. And then we have the 1046, 1009, and then it gets all bunched up with a whole bunch of other ones in here. So either Freddie Willard, there we go. Okay, his tracker hasn't updated for 10 minutes. That would probably be why. Tracker issues on Freddie Willard's car, not updating. He could still very well be in front. Although 10 minutes doesn't really look like it would put him in front, but you never know. So we will see. Okay, we just got a report from Weatherman that Jax is in front of Dan. So Jax might have gotten around Dan. That is your update there. So going back to the, let's see, class 10, and then who else do we have behind them? The UTVs, Pro UTV. All right, a lot of you guys were looking for them. Let me just turn on. We're gonna start turning on one class at a time so we can get you guys some better updates here. Forced induction right here. All right. 2998. PJ Jones looks like he is now in the lead in the forced induction class. So that is the leader there. Mark Burnett is in second there. Then we have the 2954 Austin Weiland. Now he started way in the back on the entry list. Let me see if I can pull up the hang on, I'm scrolling here, try to find it. All right, so PJ Jones started first. I'm looking at the entry list. He started first. He is still in front on the tracker. If someone's tracker is not working, we don't know, obviously. PJ Jones is showing in first, but oh man, he is Austin Weiland, who is showing in third now. Actually started third from the back, fourth from the back out of 24 cars. He started 20th, Austin Weiland, and he's up to third. He's already passed, 17 cars almost? He is just going crazy right now. He started 20th, and now he's in third. So Austin Weiland way up front. He is definitely winning right now on time by a mile. He started way up front. He had 17 minutes on PJ Jones, and he's only a couple minutes behind him. So he's on fire right now. Rodrigo and Pudia back here behind the 2932. Then someone says show class 10 compared to forced induction. Oh yeah, we could do that. So here, turn them off. There you go. They're kind of in the same area, but class 10 started in front of them, I think, right? So we have the 10s. The 10s are still quite a ways ahead. But on time, we don't know. Remember, everything goes by time, so that's what's hard to tell where they are. Now, looking at class, what other classes do we have here? 7. All right, we only have 2 entries in class 7. That's pretty much normal nowadays. Only have a couple. Dan Chamley is in first, and Scott Brady is in second. So that's class 7. Let's load the naturally aspirated. Oh, there's not as many UTVs this race. Only 8 of them naturally aspirated. We have Caden Wells is showing in first right here. He was in first last time too. Then 1954 Kristen Matlock. She usually beats everybody, including the turbos. And then Richard Fant, 1918, 1978, and so on. Joe Bolton all the way back. So let's look at the pro naturally aspirated. Now the other one we can look at is the Pro UTV Open. There's actually 5 this race. We have Justin Ellenberg out front. We have Wayne Matlock in his new red car that looks exactly like Craig Scanlon's car in second. And then we have the 1879 in third and the 1877 Josh Herzing in fourth. So let's look at the Pro UTV Open class, another UTV class. There's still too many of them. And yeah, I think that covers all of the UTVs. They don't have like a rally class here like they do in Best in Desert. I don't see a rally class here. Maybe Sportsman. All right, let's head over to the comments. Caden Mack. Well, Caden Mack is in the Jagged X car, so that is going to be Schuler, I think, right? They are forced induction. Where are they? Brandon Schuler is in somewhere here in this pack. I think I saw him a minute ago. Where was he? Phil Blurton is in there. It's a big name. Rodrigo. I don't know where they go. Where did they go? Schuler. Justin Lambert is back a little ways today. Sean Cook. Maybe Schuler had problems. There he is. Okay, Brandon Schuler's tracker's not updating. That's one problem. So his tracker hasn't updated for 7 minutes or so. So that is where Caden Mack, that's the car that Caden McCackern, Rob Mack's kid, is driving with Brandon Schuler in this car. So they're probably up here somewhere because their tracker hasn't updated in a while. It was moving last time. Victor's looking for 45 and 179. Okay, you want the Mango trucks? Let's get you an update on them real quick. The 45 was down earlier with some issues. There they are right there, mile 65, and they are moving. So the 45 is at 65. The Spec truck was at, hang on, I gotta load it here. Doesn't want to load. There we go. 232. Where was the Spec truck? There they are. All right, Victor, here's your update. They're at mile 91. The 232 Chelsea Magnus, one of the female entries in the race today, is at mile 91.7. So there's your update on them. Where's Andy McMillan? Well, let's go look back at the front again, since a few of you guys are asking about Lofton. Okay, someone asked about Lofton right here on the highway to Valley T. Once again, he had a flat tire in qualifying, had to start way in the back. So his time is what we're going to be looking at today. He's not going to be anywhere near the front as far as physical, but his time is what's going to be very important. Same with Andy McMillan, who is just in front of him by a few miles right here. Andy McMillan is at mile 136, but he started so far back that it's going to be really, really hard to know where he is. If we look at the qualifying results, Bryce Menzies started first. Andy McMillan started 24th. So that means he was 23 minutes behind Bryce Menzies. So if you look, what mile is Bryce at? Bryce is right down here. He's at mile 160. Now Andy is right here at mile 138. If you take 23 minutes and just say 60 miles an hour average, that's 23 miles. Is he 23 miles behind him? At this point, he is just about there. If he was at 140, he'd be 20. He's exactly 20. He's about 22 miles behind him right now. So very close. He's very close. He's not losing on time. He's staying right there. He's within a couple minutes. Andy is on time. So keep an eye on that today. Remember that 23 minutes is what Andy has on Bryce. So when Bryce finishes, we got to wait 23 minutes to see where Andy finishes before we know who the winner is going to be, if they finish in that order. All right. So what else is? You have a split on Andy and Bryce. I do not have an actual time split. I wish I did. I will try to get one for you guys. So that's that. Yeah, I'll try to get an actual split. Once they get over to the beach side, I'll definitely have some splits for you guys. There wasn't very much service right here, so we only got information from a helicopter. That's about all we got right over here. The helicopter is now following towards the front, not back a little ways. All right, so what else did you guys want to see? Is that about it? AJ Jones rollover. Okay, yeah, I heard they have a broken track rod, and they're out of the race. So AJ Jones is out of the race. Bummer for him. Hopefully they can get the truck back together. I don't know what they want to do next. I know they're going to race the 1,000, I think, is what their next race was. AJ's been racing a bunch of rally races with his Can-Am over there and all over the world. So he's more into that stuff than they are the desert racing now. So I think they'll be back for the 1,000. But that's an update there. Update on, let's see, here. Yeah, Robbie stopped, I think. Let's see. Did Robbie stop? Robbie is showing, yes. Okay. Good catch there. Whoever caught that, Dwayne. Look at that, Robbie Gordon. Oh, look at. Do we have a bottleneck right here? What's going on here? Jax and Dan. Okay, let's see what happens right here if they get around him. So Robbie hasn't updated for 2 minutes, but when he did update, he was at 0.5 miles an hour. So that's definitely not good. Now Jax is doing 20 miles an hour, and Dan is doing 22. So let's see if they get around him or not. Somebody says, "Where's AJ Jones?" Well, I just told you guys he's out of the race. He has a broken track rod, maybe some other stuff, but they're out of the race. So AJ Jones is out. Update on the 16. Oh, the 16 is right here. 16's at mile 150 as of a couple minutes ago. Let's see if we can try to get an update on. Helicopter just said Robbie is stopped. So confirmed, Robbie is stopped. Trying to figure out what's wrong. Okay, so you can see Jax got around him and Brenthal got around him. So all these guys are getting around Robbie. So he's not blocking the course where he stopped. Trying to find out if it's just a flat or what. He has Max is riding with him today. So he's got his kid Max Gordon in the car with him. Robbie was going to put Max in the driver's seat if he got a little tired. Robbie's just getting over COVID, as everybody knows. He had it just a couple weeks ago. So he wasn't back at full strength yet. He wasn't sure how far he'd be able to go today. So he was going to have Max ride with him. And then when Robbie got tired, he told me he was going to just throw Max in the seat and let him drive. So, Luke just got a flat tire. Here we go. Here's some breaking news for you guys. So Luke McMillan just got a flat. So I don't know if he already stopped. Trying to get more updates for you guys. Or we might see Luke come to a stop in a second here. He's at 13 miles an hour. Once Bryce updates again, he's obviously going to jump in front, and he just did. Okay, so look at the big gap we have right there. And there you go. Luke McMillan at 0 miles an hour, just as we knew. He just got a flat tire. So Luke's going to change a flat tire. Hopefully he can get it done really quick, and then we will get going again. He'll get going again. Let's see if Jonathan Brenthal is able to close a little bit of a gap on Luke right here. Bryce is definitely going to check out a little bit. These guys are so fast. You got Jason Duncan in there riding with Luke McMillan. These guys can change a tire in under 2 minutes most of the time, some of the time even under a minute. You don't have to take the tire back with you in Baja because all the locals like to have them for souvenirs, so they don't mind you leaving the tires, which actually saves you a few seconds on having to re-rack the tire like you do in a Best in the Desert race. So these tire changes are usually very quick. Hopefully he can just get going again here. We'll see. Yeah, if Max is in the co-dog seat, that could be a slow tire change. Yeah, for sure for Robbie. Robbie would definitely have to get out. And like I said, he's just getting back from COVID, hasn't had a lot of strength yet. He's not going to want to be changing a tire either. So we'll see. Robbie's hasn't updated for 5 minutes, so not sure if he's going again or not. But Bryce is checking out a little bit right here. He's going to have it. Okay, look at that. Luke's going again. So just like we said, flat tire doesn't take very long at all. You guys saw that. That was less than 2 minutes that they were stopped before they got going again. So good tire change there by Jason Duncan, and he got Luke going again, and they're on the way. So only a little bit of a delay there for them. This is the section I'm telling you guys. This is where you can make or break your race in this section. This is rough. This is the roughest section on the course. All right, so I think that concludes this update. We'll be back in half an hour. Let me check the comments before we leave. I assume Kyle Jurgensen is driving the 27. Yes, 100%. Kyle Jurgensen is driving the Jonathan Brenthal truck. I don't know if Jonathan even has plans to get in it or if Kyle's going the whole way. Probably depends on how the race is going. Most of these guys, when they put a fast driver in their car, they let them go, and if they have a shot at winning, they usually let them stay in. And if they don't, or it's not too close, then the other guy will get in sometimes. Just assuming that's what's going on there. Yeah, just got to report Luke is moving again. Perfect, as we know. So very good. Yep, so that's that. Jack's Redline is also driving the whole thing today. He's driving the same truck that he's racing with Ken Block at the 1,000, but Ken is not doing this race. So Jax is going to be in there the whole day today. Ken didn't come down to this race, so it is going to be Jax. Robbie Gordon's still sitting at 0, but hasn't updated. So we'll have a better update for Robbie next update for you guys. What about driver of record? He has to get in, right? Yeah, the driver of record has to get in if you're going for points. I believe the driver of record doesn't have to if you're not getting points. Don't quote me on that. Some of these series are a little bit different. I know for a fact at Best in the Desert, the driver of record doesn't even have to be there, and it doesn't matter. But I think at Score, you have to get in if you want points. So Jonathan might hop in at the end. I don't know. He might hop in halfway. All right. So we just got another report that the pack of 3 is Kyle, Rob, and Dan, and they are very, very close together. So that's coming from Live in the Air. You can see right here we have Dan, Jax, and Rob, and Kyle actually too. So wait, it was Kyle, Rob, and Dan. Kyle, Rob, and Dan, and then Jax is right behind him. So it's actually almost a pack of 4. That's some good racing going on right now. That's for sure. All right. So where is Arciero sitting? Well, Arciero is going to be kind of hard to tell too because he's back here in Cameron's truck, but they started 14th position. So that means they're 13 minutes behind Bryce. So 163 and 149. They're right there too. They're right within a couple minutes of the lead. So he is right on pace. Keep an eye on, that's another one of the cars to keep an eye on today. Honestly, the 16 and the 31. Even the 41 too, if he keeps, he's dropping back a little bit. Even the 41, the 16, the 31, and the 41 are going to make tracking today very difficult for all these teams because you have to get good splits way back in the field because these guys started so late that they have a ton of time that they can make up on corrected time. So yeah, Robbie's definitely, if he broke something right here, he's going to be sitting here until the end of the race. He is not getting out of there. There is no way out of there besides the race course and this access road right here. So you'd have to go backwards on this access road or try to get down to here to get out of there. So Robbie's definitely not in a good spot where he's at right there. Bummer for him. Maybe his tracker's just off, but we know he was stopped. All right. See you guys back at 2 o'clock for the next update, and we will talk to you guys in about half an hour.
After a year off, the Desert Assassins are back in Baja. Tune in to ESPN2 Sunday, September 19th, and check out the Monster Energy Trail of Missions presented by BF Goodrich Tires.